So hello guys, this is another very important questions which people will ask you in the interview to find out whether the given number is a prime number or not. It's a very important questions, though it's very simple but it's very important, right? And a lot of times what happens is like when you mug up the program you'll forget in the interview what to write, not to write, right? So we need to understand first what is prime number. So prime number is a number which is divisible by you know uh, I mean either by 1 or by itself, right? So prime number is a number which is divisible by either by 1 or itself. So when I said 3, so 3 is divisible by either 1 or 3. When I said 7, so 7 is divisible by either 1 or 7, right? So when I say it 11, so now the 11 is completely divisible by either 1 or 11, right? So like yes, any number is divisible. I'm not saying that number is not divisible. Even 11 can be divisible by 2 in points, but I'm saying that like perfect division, like it should come 0, right? Like how 4, when you divide by 2 it comes 0. By 2 into 2 4 6. When I do with 2 it comes 2 into 3, or I can divide by 3. Modulus, not division, actually modulus. So 6 modulus 2 becomes 0, right? So basically the prime number is a number which is either divisible by 1 or itself. The modulus, the prime number is a number where modulus becomes 0 only when if we divide with 1 or with the number itself, right? So what I'm trying to say that you will understand, don't worry. So I'm writing one method, check prime number, right? This number will check prime number. And one more thing, to first start with the coding we need to understand any number when it gets divided, complete division when it happens, when you will try to divide by the half of the number, right? So when if I'll take an example of 4, when the complete division of 4 will happen, when I will divide till 2, then it will happen. If I'll take the example of 5, so till 2.5 it will happen, after that it will not happen. If I'll take example of 8, till 4 can divide completely, right? After that 5 cannot divide till 4. So any number can be divided by only uh, any number can be any number can be completely divided, or you can say that any number modulus becomes uh, 0 only when if we will divide by half of that number, right? So I think first of all I'll give you an example. I don't know whether you are understanding or not what is modulus and what is division. Both are different things. So when I say 5 modulus 2, right, it comes actually 1. Okay, so it comes 1. So when we modulus, when we do 5 modulus 2 it comes 1, right? It is not coming 0. But when I'll say 4 modulus 2, it comes 0, right? And when I'll do 5 division 2, you know what it comes, uh, basically when we try to divide, so here what happens is it comes 2, right? So basically it comes 2.5, or you can say that you are dividing by 2, or you can say the 2.5. So modulus, basically what happens is modulus is nothing but your remainder, right? When you divide, so in division what happens is like you are just dividing any number, right? You are doing that 5 divided by 2, so how much we get 2.5. But when you do 5 modulus 2 when we do, so what is our remainder? So remainder is 1. Again, when I do 4 divided 2, how much we get 2. right? But when I do 4 modulus 2, what is my remainder? 0, right? Again 6. So when I divide 6 by 2, right? So what is my remainder? Is a 0, right? Because I can divide 2 into 3 is equal to a 6, so remainder becomes 0. But 6 divided by 2, it comes 3, right? Because I'm just doing a half of it, right? Similarly, 7, when I will 7 modulus 2, when I'll do, remainder will come 1, but 7 division 2, if I'll do, it comes 3.5, right? So your uh, modulus is nothing but a remainder, and division is the half of it when you are trying to half it, right? So in prime number, we what our aim is, we need to see when our modulus becomes 0. So when any number modulus becomes 0, which means that number is not prime number, right? When any number modulus becomes 0, that number is not a prime number. So assume that I'm writing one method, public void check prime number. This method will check a prime number, and void means uh, this method will not return anything, and public means the access of that method, like it's a public access. So as I said, any number can be divided only by of its half, right? And less than n by 2 I plus plus. And what is n? So n is a number, right? Now, oh sorry, I forgot to write I, right? Okay, so I'm saying that start with 0, but here we have one catch here. Okay, first I will write the code and then I'll show you what is the catch here. This number n modulus I, if this becomes 0, right? So given number plus n is not prime. Okay, is not prime, and here is prime. I'll show you what is the logic here. So we need to understand here. First of all, I'm trying with 0. I cannot, because any number can be, any number modulus 0, it becomes 0, right? So we need to always start with 2, because as I said, the prime number modulus can be 0 only when we will divide by 1 or by number itself, right? So I cannot start with 1, because any number modulus 1 becomes remainder becomes 0. So any number, if you try to do a modulus with 1, remainder becomes always 0, right? So I cannot do that. So I have to start with 2. I cannot start with 0 also, because 0, I mean any number divided by 0, because it's nothing but, uh, like first of all, it's like arithmetic, I mean exception, first of all. So here I need to start with 2. I less than n number by 2. Why n by 2? Because any number can be divisible only till half. After the half, any number you cannot divide completely, right? You will have always some decimal numbers, you cannot divide completely. And I plus plus, so I'm doing that the number modulus I, the moment it becomes 0, I'm saying that given number is not prime, and break the for loop. So when you put break here, this for loop will break, this for loop will break. So the moment it will go inside, the for loop will break. So it will say the number is not prime, right? And this basically the loop will break, right? But at the same time we need to consider one more point. Let's say if number is not getting, if number modulus, any number modulus I is not becoming 0, so which means the number is a prime number. So that also we need to print. But there is one problem here. So what happens is, the moment any number becomes prime, this break will break this for loop, right? It will print given number is not a prime, it will, and this for loop will break, and again even this will print, it will say prime is not a prime, and it will also say is a prime. So I'll show you, I will test this code, you will understand better. I'll write here main method, and I will make the object of the class, so you know that how to make the object, right? Class name, object reference name, new operator, and then class name. That's how you have to make the object of the class. Now if I'll do obj dot check prime number, and if I'll check for 4, see here what happens. Output will come like 4 is not a prime, and then it will come 4 is a prime, right? It is saying that 4 is a prime, which means something is wrong, right? Which means something is wrong. Why it is wrong? We need to consider this. It should not say this is prime, it should say the given number n is not prime, it should say, but it is saying it's a prime. So there is a problem with the code. We need to now debug the code, and that's how we will understand. So put a debug point here. Okay, so whenever your code is not running, put a debug point, debug this. Now I'm debugging. Oh, what happened? Debugger Java applications. Oh, it is printing directly 4 is a prime. Okay, it will print 4 as a prime. Why? Because if you look at my for loop condition, the condition itself is wrong. I am saying that I is equal to 2, I less than n by 2, so 4 by 2, right? I less than 4 by 2, so 4 divided 2 becomes 2, so 2 is not less than 2. So what I have to modify my code, I have to do I less than or equals, right? In both the conditions go inside the loop. Now this condition will work. So did you understand? By putting the debug point, I came to know that. So if I write I less than n by 2, for 4 it will not work, right? For 4 it will not work. It will say it's a prime number. Why? Because it is not going inside the loop. Why? Because I have written I less than n by 2, and n by 2 is equal to 4 divided by 2 is equal to 2, and 2 is never less than 2, right? 2 can be equal to 2 but cannot be less than 2. Now I'll run this. Still you'll get one more problem. See, this is the problem. It is saying that 4 is not a prime and 4 is a prime, right? It is saying that 4 is not a prime and 4 is a prime. So how to twin this code, right? How to enhance this code? So see, else the problem is I cannot write else here. If I write else here, what will happen is, since I am running a for loop, okay, since I am running a for loop, so the moment any number modulus will not become 0, it will come to the else, and it will print number is not a prime. But when it will happen like that, which means the code is not right. I will show you with one example. I will take the example of 11. See, let's see how many times it will print is not a prime, right? See, it is printing 4 times, because what happening is, this loop basically will run 11 by 2, which means 5.5, I mean 11 by 2. So when I do 11 by 2, so 2 5 ja 10, right? So 2 5 ja 10 means 5 times this loop will run. I mean till 5 loop will run. So first is 2, it will go inside. 2 divided by 11, so 11 divided by 2, so it will not go here, it will come to else, it will print 1. Again 11 divided by 3, it will not go inside, it will print here. Again 11 divided by 4, it will not go to print here. 11 divided by 5, it will not go inside, it will come to the else, and it will print 4 times. Now we need to enhance the code, right? How to enhance that? Make one boolean flag, and write flag is equal to false. Now the moment it will come here, make the flag is equal to true and break this, right? The moment it will go inside, make a flag to break this, else keep flag equal to false. Okay, and after this for loop, write one conditions: if not flag, which means if not true, write SYSO control space bar. Here write given number plus n is not prime. Okay, right, like this. Else same thing, copy it. When flag becomes true, which means modulus is happening, is prime. Sorry, then write is not prime, and here is prime, right? I hope you understood what I'm trying to do. That I'm saying that the moment any number becomes 0, make the flag true and break this loop. So this break, what it will do, it will break this entire for loop, and it will come here, it will check. If it is not true, then prime. If it is a true, then is not a prime. And the moment it will come else, it will be flag is equal to false. So this break is very important here. Why I'm writing break here? Break I'm writing here, the moment any number modulus becomes 0 with any number, right? Any number becomes 0 with I, the moment make the flag true and break this. Why I'm doing a break? If I not do break here, what will happen is second time it will override the value. So second time it will not go inside if, it will come here else, it will override, flag becomes false, right? So first I will run this code and let's see 11 clear what is happening. So it is saying that 11 is prime number, given 11 is a prime number. Now what I'm trying to say that is, if I will not write break here, and if I'll check the number for 8, see what will happen now. It will say it is a prime, but it is not a prime. It will say, see, is not prime. Correct. So what happened, I will tell you exactly. So why it is saying that is not a prime, right? Though this number is a prime, right? 8 is a prime, but it is saying that it's not a prime. So what happened is, since I have already put a debug point here, I'll just put a debug point here. So just right click, toggle breakpoint, and debug this code. You will come to know why it is saying that 8 is a prime number. So what happens is, so the I value is 2, right? And what is the n value? So if you place mouse over here, 8, so it will go inside F6. So it is going inside. Now flag is true, right? Which means number is a prime, but there is no break. So it will come here F6. So again what happens is I becomes 3 and number is 8, so 8 will not, so it will go else. Now flag become false. Why? Because my loop is not breaking, so flag becomes false. If I'll do F6, again come here, again now number becomes 4 and end. So again a flag become true, it will go inside. See, flag become true, But again now what happens is flag become true, right? So when flag become true, which means number is not prime, and it will say here number is not prime. So this is basically I'll do f6, and this is working fine is saying that not prime, right? So yeah, it is not a prime, exactly right. But why I'm saying that to break the loop. So if you will not break the loop, uh, there will be a scenario. Let's say if I have to test for 10, and if I'll run this code, so it is saying that 10 is not a prime. Okay, it is. Even if I'm writing if else, it is working. But I will tell you one more drawback of this code is not a prime, correct? And if I'll check for 21, it should say not a prime, is prime. See here. Now you will come to know why I was saying that not to write like this. In fact, if you write 12 also, it will say is not a prime. This is fine. 14, let's say try for 14. 14, it should say is not a prime. But in case of 21, it is saying that is prime, but 21 is not a prime, right? 21 is not a prime. So why it is saying that is a prime? Because I am not writing break a statement. I will tell you why it is saying a prime. If I'll do run, so what will happen? It will, array yaar, I have to do debug, not run. So if I'll debug this code, you will come to know exactly what is happening. So now I is 2, so n is 21, so it will not go inside the if conditions, it will go inside the else conditions. So flag become false, right? Now what will happen is 21 and I becomes 3, so now it will go inside and flag become true. So we came to know that 21 is not a prime because the modulus is becoming 2, modulus is becoming 0, so it's not a prime. But still, since I'm running a for loop till uh, half of that number, so still the for loop will continue, right? Now what is the I value? 4. So 4 divisible by 21, definitely modulus will not be 0, so it will go inside the else. See, flag become false now. Now what is I is 5 and number is 21, so definitely it will not go inside if, it will go inside false. Flag is false. Now what is I? So I is 6, right? You can see that here 6, so f6, it will go false. Now the beauty here is I becomes 7, so 7 divided by number 21, you can see that 21 here also. So yes, modulus will happen, it will go become true, so flag becomes true, right? See here, flag becomes true. But again, since I am not breaking the for loop, still it will continue because I am running the for loop till n hyphen 2, I mean n by 2, which means till 11 it will go. So now I become 8, right? When I become 8, see, flag become false. You can see that here also again, flag becomes false, right? Flag becomes false. Why? Because 21 is not I mean divisible by 8, and 21 modulus 8 is not 0, so flag become false, though it was true in my previous run. 21 by 21 modulus 7 was true, but again it became false because I am not breaking the for loop. After that, the moment I am getting 0, I am not breaking it. Again do f6, see, again false. Why? Because the I was 9, again f6, again it will go for 10 also. Now I became 10, see again false. And now what is my flag? False. So what is my flag data? False. So it will say number is not prime, right? So got it, this is a drawback. So that is the reason we have to write here break a statement. The moment we should get 0, we need to break the for loop, right? We need to break the for loop, and we have to check the flag conditions here inside if else conditions, and then we can print that. So now if I'll do run as, it will say is a prime. I mean 21 is not a prime, so it is coming fine, right? It is saying that now 21 is not a prime. But if I'll comment this break, it will say this number is prime. See, this is the problem if I'll not put break, because to if you're writing the code of prime number, the moment you should get modulus 0, you should break the for loop and see the flag conditions. What is the flag conditions, whether it is true or false, right? Based on that, take the decisions. So hope you guys understood, hope you guys know how to debug this program, hope you guys understood how to get the correct output and what is the role of break here. So basically the break will break this for loop. So I'll just show you with debug. By debugging it, I will show you. So what will happen is, what is I value? 2, it will go else. Yeah, now see here, beauty is I become 3. So 21 divided by 3 modulus, I mean 21 modulus 3 is equal to 0. Yes, f6. See, it will now what is the flag value here? You can see that true, it became true, and it will break this. So if I'll do f6, see the for loop is gone, directly came here. For loop is gone, directly came here. This is the beauty of break. The for loop got broken, it came else, right? And that's how it works. So thank you for watching, guys, and this is brief about me. So if you want more code in Selenium, Java, web services, all that, right? I have already my YouTube channel. This is my channel. So if you'll browse my channel, you will get all my videos till now, whatever I have made. And this is my Facebook page. So if you like my Facebook page, you will get all the notifications and video which I make, right? So you don't have to bother when I upload the video, when I make the video, just you click a like button, subscribe my channel, right? And this is brief about me. I'm from mechanical background, I'm from Bihar, and I work as a senior software engineer, right? So thank you for watching this, guys. Okay, please like my channel, subscribe my channel, like my Facebook page.